Hi everyone, it's Sally, aka Crafting Gal Sal, and I'm here to give you a video tour of my newly renovated and decorated craft studio. So bear with me, I'll try to do my best and not make you dizzy. Hold on, and here we go. This is the view that you see when you just open up my door to my craft room. And straight ahead is a closet where I keep my linens, and then the door right beside it here is a door that opens into a small walk-in room that leads up to the attic. My husband and I have turned that area into our walk-in closet. There's my scary man playing a guitar picture that I love and the rest of my family hates, so I put it in my craft room. This futon I bought from my niece for maybe 50 bucks, and it serves as a bed for guests to come and stay. I'm just going to kind of go back so you can see my room. So this is more of a main shot of my craft area. Okay, so I'm going to move along this front. This is the front wall to the house. And I've got my television mounted up there. My hubby did that for me. I've got some paintings that my grandchildren did, kind of splattered around the room. I put up my pretty twinkly purple lights everywhere. I love it. A table given to me that used to belong to my husband's grandmother, and I've just got some various knickknacks on there that mean things to me. Plus, I have the shims and things that I need for my big shot. Also on this wall is a whole bunch of cords that keep everything plugged in for me. And I'm going to step across this one here. Okay, I'm going to back up. My husband mounted these storage things on the wall for me, and this is where I keep a lot of my wooden stamps. I also have that little wire container where I've got some of my favorite threads and things that I like to use in my card making. And below that is one of those cube storage things that I bought for my classroom a long time ago and brought it home, and I've got my big shot there and some miscellaneous odds and ends that I use in my crafting. And that little fan down below is very handy because it gets hot up here. I have this little 3-drawer rolling storage container that I've organized some of my papers and things. I've got word papers, music and maps papers, and then down below is where I keep a whole lot of my ribbon. Okay, moving along. Here's another wall, and I have a rack up there that I keep spools of thread that I really don't like the way they hang on there, so I think I'm eventually going to do something else with them. But a lot of the pieces of furniture were given to me by my sisters, my 2 younger sisters who used to own a shop. And this shelving unit and the table that it's sitting on, those were given to me by them. The little wooden crates also they gave to me. So this crate just holds some odds and ends, gifts from my grandchildren, things they made, a picture of my husband and I before we got married when we sat in one of those booths at the mall and got pictures taken. So just some personal items up on the top of that. But then this shelving unit, I kind of store extra 2-sided tapes, my Velcro, my glue dots, extra tape runners, refills, different types of tapes there that I don't use a lot of, Second shelf, I've got a whole bunch of different types of glue. My husband teases me about the glue, but I used to teach a kids crafting class at my sister's shop, so I needed enough glue for every child to have their own glue. I've got some stickles, I have washi tape, just different things like that, and that's where I kind of store that. On the bottom shelf, I have, oh, not the bottom shelf, that shelf. I've got my chalks, I've got extra inks that I don't really use a whole lot of, but they're there. Just all kinds of different inks and things that I've played with. Other little things that I don't really use very much kind of goes there. I've got these little boxes that I have all kinds of different things in, envelopes and tags, flowers, stickers, but I actually, you'll see I have another place that I'm keeping those too. This used to be the box where I'd keep my homemade cards. That's when I first started out, so now I have a bigger box. A gift that my friend Ron gave me is there, and it's got some goodies in it, other things that I'm going to be using. This box has cards that for some reason something went wrong, so they're there in case someday I decide to go back through them and try to fix them. This is a little box that I have a bunch of different sentiments and words in. On the table, these are just some items that I've made that are ready to go out as gifts. This is a little post-it note holder that I made the other day. And I've got some cute little trays that are also for gifts that I found at the Dollar Tree. Love them. Underneath, it has a very thin shelf. So I keep my embossing tools and my powders and my heat tool there. This little bin I have all my Christmas things in. Underneath I have some jars, my clear plastic wrap that I use to wrap my soaps. Those are some heavy-duty corrugated boxes that I use to send things away in. Right beside this is more storage. I've got these plastic storage drawers that I also bought for a classroom years ago and brought those in. And I'm keeping just tags, labels, small paper scraps there, kids things. And then these drawers I've got stickers in, flower and heart stickers, animal stickers, and word stickers. In this drawers below the stickers, I have organized my paper scraps. These are larger paper scraps. Also in the drawers beside it, more papers or paper scraps go there, or things that are just dedicated to certain themes. So that's what's there. Here I've got two storage boxes. One holds all of my homemade cards that I've finished, and another one holds my homemade soaps. This is just a empty box that I'm going to be using in crafts. There's my window, and down below the window I have another box that's holding craft supplies that I don't use that I'm going to give away, and on top are my newest or my favorite paper packs that I'm currently working with. This is another one of those cubicle storage things that I bought for a classroom that is now in my craft room that I keep supplies in that I use. Some I use more of, others I don't use quite as much. On the top, I've got a little filing system here that has just plain cardstock, but they're colored. And then these are glitter papers that I like to use, and then some other plain different colored cardstocks go there. In the corner, another one of those plastic drawers that I have a bunch of stuff in, but it's not organized yet, so I still have to go through that. I've got, this is art done by one of my grandsons. And then I've got a variety of different types of specialty papers and things that I can run through my copier that help me with my crafting. Bought new for my craft room are 3 sets of these doors, storage cabinets. I bought them online at Walmart and they come in very handy. So I have them organized with I've got all my clear stamps in there, my mailing items. I do like to play with making jewelry, and on the very bottom I've got sewing and fabric, which I hardly do any of. I don't even know why I keep it. This one holds blank cards, pattern papers, trade magazines. I don't think I have anything in the bottom yet. And then this one I've got my soap making supplies and my lotion making supplies in that one. So I've got 3 sets of those along this back wall. Up here is where I keep glitter and sequins. I've got a couple little clear storage things I got for practically free at a store that was closing down. I've got my clock and a picture of my mom and her 2 sisters and her dad. He passed away when she was very young. She was 15. Just some other things on top of the storage cabinets that I haven't really done anything with or gone through. So that's that. A couple more pictures, 3 more pictures that my grandchildren painted. This is my craft wheeling container that I always pack up and take with me when I'm going to craft on the go. And another box below that has some school supplies. So that is my craft room. This is my desk. And I did buy the actual desk. We bought a couple years ago, and my husband put it together for me when it was in my old craft room. And this is my chair that I sit on when I'm doing all my crafting. There's a beautiful homemade quilt on there that my mother made that just reminds me of her and her better times and when she was able to quilt and use her eyes. She has macular degeneration and cannot see any longer, and also is suffering from dementia, so it's just sad. So this is my workspace. I've got odds and ends all over the place. This is what it looks like when I'm working. Just finished doing a video on making that little pocket card. But that's where I do all my work and my filming. My 6x6 papers there that I use a lot of, my markers. I have my spinning Lazy Susan that keeps all the things handy that I use all the time, daily when I'm crafting. I've got my paper cutters and my scoring board right there. I bought this cute little nifty spinny thing the other day on Amazon that I'm putting things on there that I use all the time. And then just some more things that I like to use in my craft projects are right there. Then this drawer. Here are my baby wipes, a bunch of different types of pencils, some other pens, watercolor pencils are in there. And then this drawer opens up, and in the bottom of the drawer, sorry if I'm too jiggly, these are my paper punches down here that I use all the time, and then this drawer opens up, and these are just kind of some supplies like stapler and staples. I've got some of my glue dots handy, these little command strips that I use to put my lights up, and just some odds and ends there in that drawer. And then this drawer, I have rubber bands. I have my little black bags that I like to put goodies in for Happy Mail, my X-Acto knife, a Sharpie, extra, I love these things. The Jelly Roll Stardust, the clear. I love these. I just bought some extras. A fork that I use to make tiny bows. Just some extra things in this drawer. I don't really get in there a whole lot. And then over here, it's got open storage, and I have cardstock that I use a lot of. My current black that I'm punching holes in. I have one piece of white that I'm punching holes in. These are 2020 calendars that I'm going to cover. A couple boxes of blank cards. Other blank cards down below. So, and some storage bags. And underneath my desk is my trash that is handy. And basically this is my view while I'm doing my crafting. The chair opposite is for any guest crafters to come and play with me. So that's it. And that is my craft room. And I hope you enjoyed the tour. I hope I wasn't too jiggly when I was putting the video together. And I hope this inspires you to use what you have, storage that you have, and just repurpose it to make yourself a pretty craft room. So until the next time, happy crafting. Bye.